Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to your middle of the day market update. As promised, I will deliver on that promise right now. We'll talk about the opening of the US session so far. It's been open for 45 minutes, probably when you're watching this a little bit later. And so far the opening has been very, very volatile, right? So I wanted to zoom in to the 1 hour time frame here. We'll talk about some fundamentals. I think the Coinbase premium / discount is looking quite interesting. The first thing I want to talk about is that, like I said, it's very volatile for now. We have been able to break above this trend line right here, but this is the 1 hour time frame, so I'm not sure how much I trust this. But what we have seen over the course of today so far is that a lot of leverage has entered the chat. All right, since 3 a.m. earlier this morning, in my time zone at least, we've seen a huge amount of leveraged longs. That is not necessarily the end of the world. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a speaking disorder, it seems like. It's not the end of the world. The open interest is still lower than, for example, the last time we got up to these levels. So that's a bullish divergence, I would say. But those leveraged positions will get closed eventually, all right? And there's usually two kind of moments on which they are most often closed. And that's either Friday afternoon, Friday evening, or Sunday. All right, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. So there's a bit of a warning if you do see some sort of a major position close. So if the open interest starts to drop down quite a bit, while the price does as well, then be cautious. But so far, I would say we are bullish. If you take a look at the Coinbase premium, you can see that that we are at a discount. All right, so Coinbase is trading lower than the average normal Bitcoin price. So what that means is that there's not a ton of buying pressure coming from the US, even though the ETF inflows have been absolutely ridiculous in this week. But it is decreasing the discount, all right? So that means that there's more demand and more buying coming in from the US. If this turns into a Coinbase premium, all right, so that Coinbase actually trades higher than the most exchanges, that's ridiculously bullish. And so far, like I said, I mean, the direction since the opening has been bullish. We are reacting to this level right here, which we've broken above the trend line quite well so far. What I said earlier this morning in my Bitcoin video is that I need to see a clean break of 68,000. All right, so the next 4 hour time frame candle close will be very, very important. If we're able to get that close above 68,100, then I think we're going for 69 and 70,000. And like I said that this morning as well, I do think that's most likely. I mean, Bitcoin has been holding on super well so far, has been very, very strong. There's no sign of any major pullback. And the fundamentals opened neutral, I would say. If you take a look at the Russell 2000, if you take a look at the S&P, NASDAQ, they all started with a bit of a drop, but overall the trend on all of them is still bullish. And the dollar strength index is pulling back a little bit more. Now this is nothing, like it's a very small pullback compared to how much we've gone up in the last 2 weeks or so. So that doesn't mean too much, but the one thing we do know, for now at least, is that the fundamentals are not bearish, all right? So that's great. It would be great to see some sort of a bullish continuation throughout these asset markets, but all right, we'll have to live with it for now. Like I said, the most important thing for Bitcoin right now is that with the next 4 hour time frame candle, we actually get a sufficient breakout above that level around 68,000. That would be great. And then outside of that, it would also be great if we get a Coinbase premium instead of a discount. And if the Bitcoin dominance actually falls down a bit more, because so far, I mean, some altcoins are rallying, of course, it's always the truth. But most altcoins right now are actually not doing too great, compared to Bitcoin at least. All right, so it would be great to see some sort of a drop in Bitcoin dominance as well. I think we can expect that soon, probably in the next 3 days, but hopefully this actually comes down while Bitcoin is still bullish, instead of it comes down when Bitcoin is bearish, because then altcoins will still be bearish, but just a little bit less than Bitcoin, which doesn't mean much when the Bitcoin dominance has been so ridiculously strong in the last period of time. But talking about altcoins, so like I said, I think it's most likely Bitcoin will get into 69 and 17,000, but for that to happen and to get some more confirmation, I would love to see a Bitcoin premium, and maybe that's here already right now. But no, I'd love to see that Bitcoin premium and a big breakout on the next 4 hour time frame candle. So keep an eye out for those. Now, if we're looking at the altcoins, Athena is quite strong right here. Maybe that's something to focus on. I see some Solana ecosystem strength. You can see but that's also not true. I mean, altcoins are actually lacking quite a bit. There's not a lot that I think is interesting right here. Like I said, Athena and Pendle are quite interesting. Pendle is in a huge bullish structure here, so that's nice. Athena, if we're able to reclaim 42 cents, I think we can aim for 50 cents, so that's an interesting opportunity as well. Obviously, if you take a look at the top 500 right here, there's a ton of meme coin opportunities still, but that's not something I focus on much in these videos. And then outside of that, like there's a lot of volume still going into something like Sui, Storage, Dia Data, Turbo, but those are all coins that I don't think are quite interesting to trade right now. All right, so we'll have to kind of see how today develops, and if we actually see some altcoins perform better. For now, I think the main focus should be on Bitcoin, and then later today, if Bitcoin is able to get that breakout, then focus on altcoins. Dogecoin I'm still very bullish on as well. I think Litecoin can still rally up higher. So there's certainly altcoins that I think are bullish, but there's no altcoin that I think that's much stronger than Bitcoin right now, which obviously again circles back to the Bitcoin dominance. But no, I'll keep you updated on that, probably on X or something, or in my Telegram and Discord groups. For now, I think that's what you need to know. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, have a great weekend in advance. Take care and bye.